Identifying rational and irrational numbers. Rational numbers are numbers that can be written as fractions. Fractions are ratios of two integers. So as long as the number can be written as a fraction or written as a ratio of two integers, it is considered rational. Repeating decimals are also considered rational numbers. Irrational numbers are numbers that cannot be written as a fraction. Pi is the most common irrational number. Decimals that do not repeat are also considered irrational numbers. Using this information, we are now going to identify some numbers as rational or irrational based on this information. The first number we're going to look at is 61 pi. 61 pi is considered irrational. Any numbers that contain pi are irrational. Now let's look at the number 42. 42 is considered rational. 42 is an integer. Integers are rational numbers. Now let's look at number 3. This decimal has the repeating decimal symbol, which is the line above the 106. Because it is repeating, it is considered rational. So we will count it as rational, as repeating decimals are rational numbers. Next, let's look at the square root of 101. Let's take the square root. We end up with a non-repeating decimal. Decimals that do not repeat are irrational. So 101 square root is irrational. Number 5 is a repeating decimal again, so it is also considered rational, but let's take a look at number 6. We have 20 over 6. This is a fraction. Rational numbers are numbers that can be written as a fraction. Therefore, 20 over 6 is rational. Let's take a look down here at the square root of 64. I have 64. If we take the square root, we get 8. 8 falls under the rational numbers category as it is an integer, it is a whole number, and it is also a natural number. 8 can also be written as a fraction as 8 over 1. So the square root of 64 is rational. Let's take a look at number 19. This decimal does not repeat. It goes on forever, but it does not have a pattern. Since it does not repeat, that makes it irrational. So we will classify number 19 as irrational.